Hello, it's me. First of all, it's still technically like last year. Earth doesn't really go through the new year until like the springtime or whatever. But even like the Chinese calendar, New Year's doesn't start until the springtime. Amy was saying how during the springtime, that's whenever everything's like flourishing. And then during, during the winter and everything, that's technically not whenever everything starts because the, leaves are still off the trees. And I wanted to see like the people that I attract now versus like before I started doing such like deep inner work, because I was, again, every person that you attract into your life in every relationship, whether that be romantic or friendship, etc. Everyone is a mirror, is a mirror of us. Everyone is our match to an extent. Things that they are doing that don't feel in alignment with you anymore are probably some things that you have either battled with yourself previously or something that you're currently shedding. I was talking to like Miss Amy, and then I was asking her, so like one of the traits is like being avoidant, right? So whenever emotions and stuff get high, I personally tend to like take space to myself to process everything in my own head, and kind of like break it down and everything. And I usually don't want to talk to that person until I get to a good point in my head to where I know what I need to do moving forward with that connection. I've also had people close to me like tell me that like whenever I don't text them back or call them or whatever, then it makes them feel like unworthy. I look at everyone as a mirror. So instead of like getting upset with them or projecting or anything, then I'm just like, okay, like I have those tendencies as well. So like, let's learn together. Let me understand, let me learn more about you so I can kind of hold that up to myself and learn more about me as well. I asked Miss Amy and I was like, do you think I can be avoidant? She was like, yeah. And then my mom went to therapy, and then her therapist told her that we have like an anxious attachment style and stuff. Like them taking time to go think or figure stuff out, I automatically like looked at it as like, oh, like what's wrong with me? Then I was like, how am I gonna get upset, or like even at myself, how am I gonna get upset period whenever like I see so much of myself in this person? Most of the time that people are hurt and hurt others unintentionally, one side of me is like, how can any of us be mad at any of us? Because like we low-key all like got something going on, Understand that, but at the same time, how long am I willing to sit here? Do I want to sit here and have that understanding with you and move forward with you? Or do I want to take that lesson and say, okay, now I learned more about myself, and then, just implement it into my personal life moving forward? It has been making me feel like anxious and stuff. But I know that that's my body's like nervous system relearning and regenerating it and recoding itself, if you will. I have to be more like considerate to myself. It's okay to see that other people have similar shadows as I once did or as I do, and I can resonate with them and I can walk with them through love. It's just the matter of if they're wanting to try as well. You guys cannot have personal flaws and title them as personality traits. Let's just say bad words, right? Like cursing. And then someone is always, or even themselves might always say like, oh, that's just how I am. That's just my personality. Nothing is really ever meant to be stagnant. We can't really accept those as personality traits whenever we have the ability to rise above them and to use those personal flaws as stepping stools to get to our higher selves. It's okay for everyone to have like their own stuff going on, as long as it's not justified and as long as it's currently being worked through, which again, it's your personal journey and nobody needs to tell you how to work through anything, any type of way, any like period. At the same time, don't go around like in victim mode, like why does this happen to me? Why does this happen to me? Why do I ruin everything? Why do I blah, 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 that victim mentality. Whenever you have every right in your body to completely alchemize the so-called personality traits, personal flaws, and alchemize them into lessons and into like your loot, you know what I mean? Like your building blocks. So that way you can, again, get to your higher self, get to a lighter version of yourself. I literally have mascara under my eyes. I have my hair in like this messy bun. It's just, I had to kind of like get it off my chest. And Miss Amy also said something the other day that was like, whenever you're posting a video or telling your side of the story or whatever the case may be, like, make sure that you're telling it from a healed perspective of like, oh, that's what I'm learning, rather than telling it from like a victim mindset. We don't have the intention of waking up and hurting people. It's just, you know, the saying, hurt people, which is so cliche, but so true. And then that makes people feel like, well, dang, I don't intentionally try to hurt people. And now look what happens. Whenever I do try to lead with positivity or optimism, now look, it's still, you know, basically pain is inevitable. Even be like, throughout a friendship, like, hey, can I borrow your Spider-Man pencil? And then they're like, oh no, this is my favorite pencil. Now your feelings are hurt. They didn't wake up with the intention of like, oh, I hope they ask for this pencil so I could say no and hurt their feelings. It's just like, pain kind of is just there, you know? It has to be. That's what's been going through my head. I mean, as far as everything else, like 3D stuff, everything's pretty good and situated. It's just honestly at a point where like, I'm allowing everything to flow into me. And it's beautiful, you know, to see that all of the inner work that I'm doing is starting to show outside. I want to get as many lessons done in this lifetime than to just be like, oh, well, I don't want to learn and then get hit with karma. I want to learn as much as I can now. I love learning. I want to be a better me. I strive to be a better me every day. Like this month, I would say my focus is more so like inward. It is safe to learn how to receive love again, you know, because even coming over here to Miss Amy's house, you know, she would try to give me a hug and my body would get all stiff. Like, bro, I did not like, I never been that type of person to like be like so like hugs and everything like that. And recently I have, you know, it's like as my nervous system is relaxing and everything, then it's easier to accept love. After feeling such deep feelings all the time, that a love so vibrant, it can feel intimidating, you know? Like, I don't want to mess this up. Am I going to be able to commit to this? Am I going to bring any old patterns with me? I think it's beautiful how we're all connected and how much we truly do like resonate with one another. The good with the bad. It's like if we're doing Easter egg hunting and then in the Easter eggs, you have like half of them have battery in it, AA battery, AAA, whatever you want to imagine. And half of them have $1 million. In order to get to that 1 million, I'm okay with running into a couple of batteries. I know that there's someone out there, even if it's one person that is like walking through the same thing as me. And a lot of us are walking through a lot of the same thing because again, we're going from the year of the snake, 2025, shedding into the year of the horse, which is like everything, the year of the horse, everything's going to start picking up. It's either you start healing yourself and get up on that horse, or you want to be scared of batteries. I mean, and that's your choice, but that doesn't mean that the universe is going to stop putting them in the Easter eggs just because you're scared of it, just because you avoid it. That's what I'm learning for myself, because I'm always like, I'm going to get hurt. I'm scared to make friends. I'm scared. I rebuke that. I'm not scared, but that's how I be sounding. Would redo a lot of the relationships that I've had with family, friends, etc. if it means getting the good out of it. It's the chronicles of a 23-year-old with the chungus life. Not actually, I love my life. It's a lot though. Learning this much about myself, it's a lot. But I'm happy for it. And if I'm attracting people that are super funny, super loving, super, you know, soft energy, I don't like saying issues, avoidant tendencies, you know, like I just need to take that information, look at myself, and see what I need to work on. Those tendencies, those are called your shadows. You keep them chained up. Don't try to let them hurt anyone else, but like I said, it's unintentional for the most part, but at the same time, that doesn't mean that you sit at the receiving end and because you resonate with it, that's what you accept. In order to tell the universe that this is no longer the version of myself that I prefer to be and no longer the vibration of people I prefer to call in, as I work through those avoidant tendencies myself and pour into myself, then I know that I'd call in higher vibrational beings. And again, hurt is inevitable with every one of them. But again, more $1 million eggs than batteries. I just process things in my own way. But then whenever I'm on the receiving end of that, then I don't feel good either. So that's why I know it needs to get changed. What kind of things have y'all's energy been going towards? Let me know in the comments. There's dust and crumbs all over my jacket. And yeah, Chungus Chop signing out. Oh wait, not Chungus Chop. Chop Chungus signing out. I love y'all.